What if your love of history could help unite us all?
My political goal is to show that despite our physical differences, at the level of the genome, we're all 99.99% the same.
That's Harvard University professor Henry Louis Gates Jr. And I'm Alicia Burke, host of Bank of America's That Made All the Difference. Listen to our conversation about the African American experience wherever you get your podcasts. What would you like the power to do?
It's The Burt Show.
All right, grandma cultural appropriation, Cassie. What the hell does that mean?
Okay, so I've got a friend. She is white. She is very, very white. She's like fish belly white. And I say that because I call myself fish belly white, so don't at me. I'm like the color of mayonnaise. I'm so white, I'm almost transparent, okay? If you look at me in full sunlight, you might get blinded kind of white because of the reflection. She and her mother bonded over, they live in different states, so during quarantine they bonded over watching a TV show called Jane the Virgin together, which is a fantastic show. It's amazing. It centers around this woman who accidentally gets artificially inseminated and the sort of ensuing romantic comedy that comes after that. It's really good. Yeah, she went in for a regular gyno exam and they switched rooms by accident. And so
my God,
with an
that's
insemination.
the plot?
Yes. And she's a virgin.
Wow.
And religion's a key core component of this, and she's a virgin and she has to tell her mother, like, I'm a virgin but I'm pregnant, and it's like this whole thing. And it's a Latina family, they're Mexican, and it's a beautiful story as well about immigration and coming to the States. Like, it's just, it is, if you haven't seen it, it's so heartwarming, it's so funny, it's so well acted, it's a great show. And can you tell I'm the one who told my friend about it? And then she and her mom bonded over it and they love it. Well, she just found out like a couple months ago, my friend, that she's pregnant, which is awesome. Great news. So she told her mother. Her mother is over the moon. And the mother goes, I want the baby to call me abuela, which is Spanish for grandma. Now, abuela is a huge character in Jane the Virgin. She is a core, like one of the 3 core main cast people the storyline follows. And I get it, because abuela in that show is just like an amazing character, like so loving, so warm, like so steadfast, such a rock for Jane through these tumultuous times. So I get her mom's like connection to abuela, but I was like, but you're white, you're like really, really white. And I know it's just a word and I know it's just a term, but you don't even speak Spanish. Like you took French in high school, okay? Like y'all ain't Spanish at all.
You know, one Spanish word and it's abuela.
Yeah, and gracias also. And so I just would love to know, like from Romeo, like, is that cultural appropriation? Because I don't want it's not my kid, it's their family, but my friend's like, I don't want my kid going to school and being like, abuela's picking me up today from school. And everyone being like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Romeo, our producer, is from El Salvador. Okay, where do you stand on this, dude?
Oh, dude, this is just funny. Like, it's why? You know, just keep it to Nana. Like, you don't gotta go further than that. Like,
exactly.
So if you're a friend, Romeo, and you hear this and you hear them referring to her as abuela, as a Latino, are you offended by that?
oh, dude, I'm taking a triple look. I'll be like, what?
Where?
I'm sorry. What? I would question it. You know, because there is some Hispanics that look white and like 100% white, and I would question it. But then if I know them and they're like zero Spanish in their language, I would be like, why?
There's so many options in our language.
Yes.
I don't understand. There's gram, there's grams, there's mama, there's Grammy. Yeah, Mimi, Nana. I think Yaya is like a Greek version. There's so many options.
Abuela sounds so much more endearing than grandma, though. It really
I know,
does.
it sounds so cool. And I think she wants abuela because she looks up to the character. Like, I think that's what it is she has a strong connection to this character and, like, loves and wants to honor her. But I'm like, that character had a huge story arc about possible deportation and struggles with immigration. And you're a white lady who's, like, an American citizen who never had to struggle. And you just want to be like, I'm abuela now. It's like, it don't sit quite right. But it's coming from a place of love, though.
I feel like the only way it makes sense is maybe if you move to like a Spanish speaking country for like a year or two, and then you get maybe a pass because you lived there, you were involved in the culture, then you can kind of be like, yeah, I'm an abuela. I think maybe that's the only way it would work.
that.
So just move somewhere.
All right.
Just move somewhere.
How bad you want it?
Get closer to the equator if you want to go by abuela.
Yeah.
Are they going to commit to the bit or not, Cass? They have to. I got to leave for a year. Carlos, good morning. You're on the Burt Show.
Hey, guys. I want to say good morning to everybody. I'm happy to be on here. I'm going to say that I'm Puerto Rican, and I kind of disagree a little bit with Romeo and Cassie. And the reason I'm saying this is, as a Puerto Rican person, I ain't going to front. If I hear someone white, black, or whatever say abuela, I am going to look, but I'm going to ask, why do you call her that? And if they tell me it's because they saw this show and it touched their heart and they want to learn about, Latin culture, I actually wouldn't even have a problem with that. I would think it's a beautiful thing because the way we're living in this world today, with all this racism and all that, I think it's actually a beautiful thing when people are trying to learn from each other's cultures and educate themselves. And, I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't think it's a horrible thing. If it's coming from the right place, I would smile and be like, damn, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Romeo, why couldn't you have said that?
It's coming from it's coming from a TV show, not the right place. Okay?
Yeah.
But no. It's coming from the right place if they move to like Mexico or Spain, right?
Can one person break barriers for everyone?
Look at how, in many ways, African Americans have been at the forefront of moments where the country changed for the better.
That's Lonnie Bunch, Secretary of the Smithsonian, and I'm Alicia Burke, host of That Made All the Difference, a Bank of America original podcast where I speak with people who are promoting equality in history, art, and beyond. Find That Made All the Difference wherever you get your podcasts. What would you like the power to do?